and welcome to the WMAR Vault. I'm Jamie Costello. Here at WMAR, we've been celebrating 75 years on the air. We were the first TV station in Maryland, and now we're setting our sights on the future in streaming. And to that end, we're mixing up the old and the new, and we've opened up the WMAR Vault. We've dusted off 16 million feet of archive footage. That's enough footage to get from Baltimore to Los Angeles and still have nearly 400 miles left over. We hope you enjoy this episode of the WMAR Vault. With only 4 shopping days until Christmas, and since this is a cold, dreary, damp day, what a great day to go shopping. Whoops, I forgot to buy for one member of the family, Nelson. I could buy him bones to chew on, or how would this sound at the bottom of your bed? Your dog chewing on cow hoofs. Toys to squeak, they're Nelson's favorites. But I'm leaning this here toward designer bowls. Since old Nellie is concerned about picking up poodles, we'll lather him up with scented shampoo. Shampoo that also has a built-in sunscreen. Then there is the matter of clean breath.
Let me check your teeth. Can you say, open up? Oh, poor Nellie. I think you need some mouthwash here. I tell you what, before we use this, why don't we give your teeth a little brush here, okay? Here. Well, open up a little further. There you go.
In order to be a looker at holiday parties, he has to undergo some beauty touches. And when he's finished, how about a squirt of Rodeo Drive dog perfume? Sure to be a hit in the alleys near the trash cans, but ask Nelson to smell it and watch what happens. Nelson, you look beautiful. You've got to buy your dog a life-size poster to place on the wall of his doghouse. And finally, it's time to pick out that perfect outfit.
Nelson, you think it's time to break out the winter clothing? Yeah. What size are you, 6? Yeah, right.
Hours later, the day is done, finished. And here's the finished, happy dog, Nelson.
I just gave Santa Claus my Christmas list, and look what he did. And you know what he said?
You've got to be kidding.
I was just thinking, I wonder what people dream about they'd really like for Christmas, but they don't really expect to get. Let's find out.
I don't want too much for Christmas. All I want is a Mercedes.
What I'd really like for Christmas is one of those computer chess games that I know I'm really not going to get for Christmas.
This is also a great way for me to tell Santa Claus that I'd like to have sapphires to go with the sapphires I got in my ears, which I don't think I'm going to get. But hopefully, Santa Claus will bring them.
I didn't think I'd be asking for this, but 2 weeks ago I broke my foot at the Who concert, and I sure would like to walk for Christmas, let me tell you.
What I really want for Christmas, but I know I'm not gonna get, is my own beauty shop.
I would like a package where you add water and get instant man for Christmas.
What would you really want for Christmas, but you know you're not going to get?
$1 million.
I'm his wife, and I agree, and I'll split it with him.
I wanted this every year, but I know I won't get it, a beaver coat.
You really want to know what I want for Christmas? I don't think I'm going to get a Fiat.
You know, something I've always wanted is a top-rated TV show.
I just told you, you've got to be kidding.
Bah, humbug.
That's not nice. Oh, my. Oh, Stu, shame on you.
Here's a typical suburban house with a dog, a station wagon, a mortgage, and today a cold wind. Here comes something that, at least briefly, makes it someplace special. A portable hot tub, yours for a fee for 24 hours of laid-back revelry or relaxation. 2 young entrepreneurs who put the 450-gallon tub on wheels quickly fill it with your water and heat it with their propane to 104 degrees. Those who haven't tried it are skeptical about taking off their clothes and getting wet in sub-freezing temperatures, but the promoters say we'll love it. The perfect surprise gift or anniversary treat for you and yours, or a party of friends. I prepared for the worst, but found it delightful, though hard to explain to the children. And as soon as you submerge, you forget the cold. If you move out of the way, you can include the whole neighborhood. Okay. Sure, there's room for one more. The tub rents for $95 a night during the week and $150 on weekends. It accommodates 8 if they're good friends, and the big question is, what do you do while you're in it? No one seems to answer that. We, of course, thought of refreshments.
Garcon?
While waiting for provisions from the house, we took a poll of our tub mates. How does it feel?
Nice. Cozy. I could be in here all day. Fantastic.
Ah, here's our order now. You shouldn't stay in for more than an hour or so, but that means people can take turns at a party. You have to be careful to avoid splashing water in your glass, and of course you have to call early to reserve the tub. New Year's Eve, it's already booked, but you can have it in your backyard any other night by calling 337-4770. The answer to how you get out of the tub and into the house without freezing is that I'm still in the tub, at large for News Scene 2.
Picture this mild-mannered reporter as jolly old Saint Nick. Jack Bowden has all the qualities to be a Santa Claus. He loves to laugh, and he can do it on cue. He loves children, and that's not pretend.
Merry Christmas, Shanae. Did you come tell me what you like to have for Christmas? Would you like to come up to my lap? That's a good girl. Come on. Up we go. There we are. Oh, Shanae, what a nice young girl. Have you been a good girl?
There's a twinkle in his eye that's never dimmed with age.
You like to sit on Santa's lap?
Oh, no. Sure.
It's sturdy. This has lasted over many years. Many years. There we are. Oh, that's fine, fine.
I don't want to break
Sit
his
right
lap.
up
Is he
here.
going to be neighbor?
Oh, Santa just got what he wanted for Christmas.
He has a strong and sturdy knee and a soft spot in his heart.
You've been a good girl this year?
I've been a very good girl.
You've been nice to that nice husband of yours, Jack?
I've been very nice
He's
to
a
him.
lovely man.
Yes.
If you're not nice to Jack, I don't know what I'm going to do
I've
for you
been very
Christmas
nice
Eve.
to Jack, but he won't bring me certain gifts that I want, Santa.
What won't he bring you?
He won't bring me diamonds or furs
That.
or a fancy new
Ken.
car or anything like that. Now, Santa baby, will you bring them to me?
Well, Susie, have you really been a good girl this year?
Really been a good girl.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Oh, thank
And he has the most important quality of all to be a Santa Claus, the ability to give a lot of love. I'm Mrs. Claus, News Scene 2, Harbor Place.
At first, it doesn't look like a bad gig, standing in for Santa in a busy mall.
Hi, Merry Christmas. Hi, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. How are you?
But consider the rejection.
You can just sit here. No, that's okay. Please come back another year. Better.
don't want to sit.
I don't think she does, lady. Thank you very much. Next year, maybe.
Say bye-bye, Santa.
It's okay. Santa's had that happen before.
Consider the rampant materialism in the requests Santa hears.
Cash.
What, honey?
Cash.
You want cash?
But mostly, Santa has a rewarding time once he learns that kids are very conscious of brand names.
And a piece of ice fruit shop. A Ninja Turtle. When an MC Hammer doll. A Barbie doll.
A Barbie doll.
But overall, Santa has a pretty pleasant day. Sometimes kids think of others.
Some new shoes.
Some new shoes for your daddy?
And sometimes, understandably, kids think acquisitively.
I want a Super Soaker and I want a walkie-talkie and I want a hand game. I want a baby and Happy Daisy.
A Fisher-Price bike. And what else?
Of course, there are rules Santa always follows.
Okay, well, Santa can't promise, but I'll give it a try.
And overall, even with the beard getting in his mouth and the heat of the polyester suit, it's an honor, except for those pictures.
Okay, everybody smile. Take it. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Santa Claus, I really hate to bother you on when you're working like this and everyone's waiting.
Well, I'm glad you did, but you saved me some trouble because I was going to call you on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
I'd like to find out about that weather.
Well, there's special weather coming up that you really should know about. Christmas Eve, when you take off at the North Pole, temperatures are going to be extremely low, maybe as much as 60 below zero up there.
Oh, my.
How will you ever keep warm?
Well, unless it's foggy and snowing, I'll just have to set Rudolph in the sleigh to keep me warm until we get further down.
That's a good idea. When you get around New England now, you may run into a lot of fog. Will that be a problem for you?
No, not really, as long as I have Rudolph.
Okay. Freezing rain is something you might run into out around Wyoming and Montana. I think you'll have a problem with that.
No problem at all. My reindeers can endure that all right.
Okay.
They're used to that weather.
What will they do about the rain? I've been expecting rain around here on Christmas Eve.
Well, they prefer the snow, but they don't mind the rain, really, because they have a thick fur coat and it just sheds right off. You know?
Okay, then you'll be able to get in here without
we'll
any
be
real
able
trouble.
to make it. We won't disappoint anybody.
Listen, when you've been out working on Christmas Eve and you've been flying all around the world, up and down chimneys and carrying that big bag, and you finally get home and you kick off the boots, what do you expect to get from Mrs. Claus to make the trip worthwhile? Why, you son of a gun.
With tonight's temperatures, these carolers didn't need any hot chocolate to warm them up. No mittens, no scarves, no hats. Can it really be Christmas Eve? Yes, it is, and despite the weather, we are reassured of that by the St. James United Methodist Youth Choir, who picked up a little help from their friends as they spread joy along Lexington Street.
We just decided that we were going to just have some fun and come out and sing some Christmas carols.
I heard you singing I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. Is that true?
I am. I love snow. But it doesn't look like we're going to get any snow.
What do you think of the caroling down your street?
Oh, I think it's beautiful. I don't live in this area. I'm just visiting my sister-in-law. But I think it's really beautiful.
Is this the lady who lives here?
Yes, it is.
Were you surprised by the singing tonight?
I was. I think it's beautiful. And I love it all. And wish each and every one of the neighborhood a Merry Christmas. Thank you. And to the Cameron crew, too.
The Christmas spirit is certainly alive tonight amidst these city dwellers. Lights glittering at almost every window. But the show spot of the neighborhood is always, we are told, the 2400 block.
I've lived here for the past 28 years, and in that time, everybody has always seemed to decorate. Everybody has the Christmas spirit.
All this good cheer happens just once a year, so Merry Christmas. I'm Joyce Jefferson on the scene on Lexington Street.
This was the scene at Channel 2's Children's Christmas Party this afternoon. Not an uncommon sight these days. Santa Claus entertaining happy children full of anticipation, parents joining in the fun of the Christmas fantasy. But what they don't know is that this Santa Claus is the real thing. Take away the party atmosphere, take away the red suit and the ho-ho-ho, and what do you have left? You have the real spirit of Christmas. You have Santa Claus.
Yes, I am the real one. You want to pull my beard?
I do. I told my husband I was going to.
See there?
You are the real one.
Yes, he is, Rad. Yes, he is. He's a real Santa Claus. I've known him for quite a few years, and everything he says is true.
This man, whom some people call Charles Coble, spends 365 days a year giving to children, primarily handicapped children.
I don't know how he survives, really, because he gives everything away.
Even when there is no red suit, children seem to sense that this man is special, that he has the most special gift of all to give, the gift of love.
That's really the joy of living. And I think if you do that, you just live forever, you know. Because love is the only thing about mankind that's worthy of enduring forever. You know, all your possessions and everything else, they pass away. But what is it about you and me that's really worthy of living throughout all eternity? Only love, right? As long as we can pass that on, we're going to live forever.
I love you, Santa.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Believe what you will, I believe that this man is Santa Claus. For as he says, Santa is a spirit, not a person. And if he believes it, and I believe it, it must be true, at least for us. I'm Susan White Bowden on the scene.
The snow seems to be no hindrance to these commuters. Wonder what kind of tires they're using. We'll have to ask the firefighters at Engine House 45. They created this miniature toyland for Baltimore's children, small and big, to enjoy. A land of magic where the toys come alive. The Christmas gardens are actually built right inside Engine House 45. And the men behind these things are firefighters like Walter Ward. This is the 25th year for the Christmas gardens, and you've been here every single one of those years.
That's right.
Can you give me an idea how it all got started?
Well, it really started because the men, at that time, things was very slow. They had a lot of time on their hands. For example, we got 75 to 100 runs, whereas now we get 12 to 1,400.
In a year.
In a year.
Despite the fact they now have less free time, each year the firefighters' displays seem to get better. A new one this year is Rose's Urban Cowboy Saloon, complete with mechanical bull. The vast toy kingdom draws between 25 and 40,000 people every Christmas to the Firehouse at Cross Country Boulevard and Glen Avenue. There's no admission charge, but donations to defray the cost of the display are welcome. Well, there's certainly a lot here to catch your attention. If you'd like to come to the Christmas garden, it's open every day now through January 3rd from 10 to 9. I'm Joyce Jefferson for Channel 2 News Scene at Engine House 45.
Holiday memories from our 2 News family to yours.
How many of you as a kid would sneak down in the middle of the night, check out the packages, even sort of peel them open a little bit, see what you got, and do
Christmas is going to be doubly special in our household this year because we're going to see it through the eyes of a child. Right? From all of us at 2 News to all of you,
Happy Holidays!
The Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Moore. 'Twas a night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads.
And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick.
More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, dash away, dash away, dash away all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath.
He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to a team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Merry Christmas. Is not the eggnog cool?
It's only right to end tonight's program with a gift of song. In this case, a song from a new choral group in town called Citizens Celebrating Baltimore. Good night, and Merry Christmas from all of us at Channel 2.
Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared, and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn.
Hey, it's Jamie Costello. If you just enjoyed this episode of The Vault, you can check out more episodes by clicking on this box down here. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that circle, and that'll subscribe you to WMAR 2 News for great content every single day.